Hey ladies, it's Hypatia with Bali Studio. I am here to answer a question that I get so often. How do I get guys to take me to private? And as you know, private you make the absolute most amount of money. So it's important to know how to do this. And getting guys to take you to private is really a hustle, and it's a very, very important one to master. Um, One tip is to never ever beg for privates or sound desperate. You are a fantasy girl. These guys love you and adore you. So never ever ever sound desperate. It's not a good look at all. Um, Remember that not everybody can afford privates. It can get kind of expensive also. So I recommend that you suggest um, pictures or custom video clips, Skype shows, anything for a specific amount of tokens. It's up to you to decide how much you want to charge for those. Also, let's see, make sure you're friendly and you suggest these privates. Throw out that you do private shows, what you offer in private shows. Like I usually say, hey guys, I would love to go do private. I am so fucking horny. I'm ready to get naughty and nasty, play with my wet pussy for you guys. I get the question, well, what do you do in private? Oh, I love sloppy blowjobs, licking, sucking. I have some awesome toys that just make me come all over the place. Pussy fucking, whatever you are comfortable doing. If you are comfortable doing anal, say I'll do anal. Ass shaking, sucking on my own tits, strip tease, whatever you're comfortable doing. Let them know that that's what you'll do in private. Give them a reason, entice them, give them a reason to want to take you private. Also, it's important to know that guys that don't spend a decent amount regularly are not considered your regulars. They're actually just cheap asses that are taking advantage of your attention. So don't pay too much pay too much attention to these freeloaders. It's just not worth your time. You'll also notice that it's the premium members that do have the tips and are able to take you private, so focus on them, But make sure that you are nice and friendly to everybody, of course, that comes in your room. Say hi to everybody, even the basics. As I've said in other videos, make sure you mute guests automatically because they just say some of the most off-the-wall things, and they obviously, because they're guests, they can't tip or take you private. And a lot of them will take advantage of your newness and experience. So make sure that you just know to expect that. But always be friendly, and always give appreciation and thanks to those that do tip you and take you private. That's very important. And also, the biggest thing to remember is you are valuable. One of the most important things to selling yourself is knowing and understanding your worth, and that you are valuable, that your time is valuable, your services that you offer are valuable. Once you realize this, you will definitely make a lot more money. Don't ever give everything away in free chat or public chat or in group chat. You make up your own rules with what you are comfortable doing, for how much you are comfortable doing it for. Let's see what else. Make sure that the guys in your room understand that it is your room, that you are in charge, that you do set the rates, and if they don't like it, they are free to leave. Never be rude about this. Always say it with a smile on your face and a positive attitude. Let's see, what else? Other tips to getting guys in the room. If you're in public chat and you're strip teasing, you're rubbing all over, don't just, bust out the goodies for free. Save it for private. You want them to have a reason to take you. So it's important that you keep those on lockdown. I do recommend offering tips for flashing or booty clapping, twerking in public chat, that kind of builds up the excitement, gets more people in. And then you know, just go all in the private, obviously. But it's your job to entice them and be happy, get them to want to take you. Let's see. Any other tips I have on how to get these guys private? Make sure you suggest it to them. They need to be reminded. If a guy is chatting with you in a private message, you know, hi, how are you doing? Great, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. You know, you get into the sexual conversation, say, hey, why don't we go to private and let's continue this conversation? You know, I am getting so turned on and so horny. I want to play right now. I want to please you and make you come and everything. It's important to do that. Remember, focus up with the goal. Focus on the goal. The prize at hand is to get these guys into private and keep them in there for as long as possible, because that is the way to get the most amount of money. Private chats are not the same as private messages. Private messages are just conversations. You don't get paid for these private messages. Private chat is when the premium member takes you into a totally separate room, to where they can see you, or anybody who joins the private chat can see you. Voyeurs can see you. And then once it ends, you go back to the public chat and you have to click, you know, I'm back to broadcasting again. But it's nothing that you do. It's totally up to the viewers, the premiums, to take you. You do nothing. It'll just say, a little message will pop up and say, so-and-so wants to take you private. You click OK, and then you go. When you do get into private, start out with, you know, a little bit of chat, you know, but get up, move around, continue with your striptease, start taking the clothes off. Don't jump straight into the hardcore stuff. You know, draw it out with conversation and more seducing, and then, you know, progress into it. That's important too. Well, if you ladies have any more questions, or I think of anything else, I will definitely do another video. If you're not currently with Volley Studio and you're interested in joining this awesome group of ladies that make the absolute most on webcam, with the leaders in adult webcam entertainment, please make sure that you check out the website, www.volleystudio.com. Thank you all so much for checking it out. Bye, ladies.